until so before your okay, Mr. Ebenezer,
So,
you can continue. So you can continue, sir.
all right. So, as I was saying, we are just trying to clean up this data before we start using it for pivot. So basically, why I'm doing this is so that we will know how this thing works because we've done data cleaning already. But I just feel we should start from here. So we change the amount to dollar sign. Give it a dollar sign. I hope everybody can hear me. I hope
Yes,
everybody
yes.
can hear me. All right. Thank you. Remove the. So now, looking at our data, it's a bit better. And always remember, whether you are sure of the data or not, whenever you are given a data like this to work on, always remember to remove duplicates. Always remember to remove duplicates because you don't know if someone has tampered with that data or while typing in a mistake has been made. So you always remember to do us to remove your duplicates. So let's do that very quickly. As you can see there, we have 12 duplicate values. We have 12 duplicate values. So now we now have a clean data we can work on. All right. So now let's proceed to pivot table. So now when you want to make pivot table, actually you can do it here, but I prefer we open a new sheet. So open a new sheet and then name it pivot table, as you can see here on my new sheet. Name your sheet pivot table. So now if you look at this data set, we want to be answering few questions. So let me just say the few questions we'll be doing, so you can just write it down somewhere in case if you are jotting. Now we'll be looking at the total amount. So we'll be looking at the total amount. That's the total amount from all salesperson. We'll be looking at the total number of customer. So we want to know how many customers do we have from all our branches in Canada, in UK, in US, and New Zealand, and every other country that is in there. And we'll be looking at total number of boxes. Total number of boxes. So how many boxes have we sold so far? We'll be looking at that also. Now, looking at this pivot table, we know that we can see some amount of box, but we don't know how much each box costs. So we'll also try to find out how much, that's the amount per box. So we want to know how much is a particular box. So we'll be looking at that also. And then we're looking at the total number of salesperson. So how many salesperson do we have here? We'll be using pivot table to do all of these things. Also, we'll be looking at the total amount by salesperson. So how much have each salesperson been able to sell? We'll look at that and we'll get the top 10. So we want to know the top 10 salesperson by amount, the total amount sold. I want to know the top 10 salesperson. So lastly, also want to know the amount of products sold over the years. So amount of products sold over the years. So want to know how much we've sold over the years and want to see top 10 sales. So want to know which month and which day did the company make more sales. So all of these things we'll be doing it using pivot table. Yes, I'm explaining something. I've not started. I'm just trying to explain the questions. I'm trying to explain what we are going to be solving. So I hope you have all jotted that down. So now let's
Yes,
start
sir.
with the total amount. Now you go to your blank space. So for us to make pivot table, please, Mr. Adeyemi, someone just made a comment in the Slack channel that she was removed and she can't join back. Maybe you should attend to that. So for us to be able to get pivot table, you go to your inserts, you click on inserts, then you click pivot table. Now, if you look at this pop-up we're having here, it's asking us for the table range. It's asking us for table range, like where, which table are we planning, do we want to work on? And also, if you come down, you will see where we have new sheet and existing sheet. But first of all, let's get our table range. So this is our table range. Then you go back to where you have your new data. Then you use Control A to highlight. You are going to highlight this data. Here, Control A to highlight the data. So we've highlighted. Now, where you have new worksheet and existing sheet, if you are to pick existing sheet. If you pick new worksheet, it will take it to another worksheet entirely. So we are to pick existing sheets, and then you press OK. Hope we all got this. Just thumbs up for me if you got this. All right, let's continue. Now look towards your right on your screen. You will see where we have pivot table field. Hope you all can see that. We have pivot table field. Now we have the headings of each of the columns. You can see we have here our salesperson, we have location, we have product, we have date and amount. Also, if you go down, you see where we have filter, we have column, we have rows, and we have values. So now, if for us to get the first question, which is the total amount, pivot table, what we just need to do is drag and drop. You don't need any formula. Once you drag and drop to values, Excel automatically, carry out. Yes, please. Can everybody hear me, please?
Yeah, yes, sir, we can hear you.
All right. So now, we want to know the total amount sold, but like in all branches by all salesperson. Now, all we need to do is just drag our amount, click on amount, then you drag it to values. Can we all see that? You pick amount and then you drag to values. And as you can see, it has sum up the total amount sold by all customers. Okay, sorry, what you have in yours is geography. I changed the heading. Okay, if you have geography, we're on the same page. I was doing something, I changed the heading of mine. Okay, let me just change it so you won't be confused. You won't be confused. Sorry. Please hold on. Someone is saying I should repeat. All right, so let me just do this again. For our total amount, we are trying to get the total amount sold by all customers from all branches in this data set. So all we do is create a pivot table, then we drag our amounts to values. You can see where you have values there. You drag your amount to values, and you can rename this here. You can rename this. Okay, where we have sum of amount, you just rename it. So let's call this total amount. Okay, then we press OK. All right, so let's make this look better. Let's make this look better. It's a currency, so as usual, you go here, we'll give it a dollar sign. We remove our decimal point, then OK. Can you see that? Please, your total amount should look this way. Hope if you got this, just thumbs up. If you got this, thumbs up. All right. So let's move to the next. So our next question says, our next question there is the total number of customers. Beatrice, look at what we did. Come towards the left. After making your pivot table, come towards the left, click on amount. You right click. I mean, yes, you left click on your mouse. Then you hold it down. You drag your amount to values. is not same figure and value because you did not clean your data set. Please, if you got these same figures and value I got here, please, thumbs up, please. Oh, thank you. So Beatrice, I sent a data set to the group chat and I asked you to clean it before coming. So we are working on a clean data set. What you have there is not a clean data set. I mean, Glory rather. All right, so let's continue. Now, for us to get the total number of customers, we are going to create another pivot table on the same page. On the same page, you go back again as usual. You click on Insert. You click on Pivot Table. Remember, we are working with the new data. You go back to your new data. You highlight Control A. You highlight the data you are working on. Existing page, please. Existing worksheet. Don't forget that. Don't click on new worksheet. Existing worksheet. Then you click OK. All right. Now, Excel is, the pivot table is out here. Now, what are we looking for? The total number of customers. I want to know how many customers do we have in all in the different countries. So you just pick customers and you drag to value. Automatically, Excel has given us a count. I'm coming. All right. So, you know what we have here is sum of customers. But we are trying to say what we want is count. We want to count how many customers. Now, if you look at this value, you will see a small arrow here. You click on it. Then you see where we have value field settings. You click on your value field settings, and you will see we have sum, we have average, we have count, we have max. But what we are trying to do is what? To count. Then you pick count, and then you press OK. Do we all get that? All right, thank you. Now, this is the count of customers. So we have in this company, we have 491 customers. So let's say the goal for the year is to have 500 customers. Now with this figure, the management knows that, okay, they need to do something to be able to reach their goal of 500. So they are like 9 behind. So that's the essence of analyzing data to be able to get, solutions to problem. So now, if you're having 492, then there's a duplicate value in your what's it called? Please, if you got this 499, thumbs up for me, please. So are you sure you remove duplicates when you are doing your cleaning? 503, young Emmanuel, you did not clean your data set. You need to go and clean your data set. I sent a data set to us around 12 a.m. this morning. And I said, every one of us to work on it before coming for the class. So if you are not getting the same value like mine, Sheung, please mute your mic, please. Sheung, thank you. So if you are not getting the same value, it simply means you have a duplicate value, or someone have typed in something to your data set, or maybe you did yourself. So the next question is total number of boxes. The next question is total number of boxes. So we want to know the total number of boxes. So we go for insert again, new data. Always remember, insert pivot table, please. You pick pivot table. Mr. Chukura, you can just drop your comment in the message. If it's necessary, I'll attend to it, please. We have a lot of things to meet up with. So let me do this all over again. So now we want to answer the next question, which is total number of boxes. You click on insert pivot table. Now we go to new data. Then you Control A to highlight this table. Then you make sure you pick existing sheets. You are not on a new sheet. You have to pick existing worksheet rather. Then okay. So now for us to get the total number of boxes, we go to our boxes, we drag and drop on value. Yes, for us to can you hear me, Mr. For us to get the for us to get the pivot table, you need to go over and over of every time you are trying to get a pivot table, you need to insert it. So that's just the normal procedure I'm showing. Or are you asking if there's a shortcut, Mr. Shem? What's your name again? Sorry.
It's Chukura on the line.
Chukura, yes, what's your question again? I'm listening.
Okay, I'm asking that is it a must that for each time you want to answer any of these questions, you must just go through insert, or is it that with once we do the insert pivot table once, that all we need to do is just start moving those headings, like you move the dates and then you move you move the amount, the customer, just moving them instead of going through insert afresh again to do each of those questions that we have listed.
All right, so well, why I'm taking time to show us all of this, step by step, so that for the benefit of those that have not gotten it the first time and all of that. So for all of you that is saying copy and paste, yes, you might be good at it before now, but for those of us that are new to this thing, all right, let's just let everybody get used to it. You understand? So those that don't get it the first time, don't get it, at least before we do that to the end, they will get it. But if you are so fast that if we are teaching you shortcut of everything, many people will not grab. So that's why I'm just teaching the normal procedure. So please let's just follow promptly, all right? So thank you very much. So let's just do it that way. So each time we want to create a pivot table, we'll follow the normal procedure. If you want to learn shortcuts, you can learn that online or when you are very fast, okay? All right, so let's just continue what we were doing before the question came in. So now I want to know the total number of boxes we have. So we just drag our box to value, and then let's give this. All right. So the total number of boxes we have is 250 boxes, 250,035 boxes. So that's the total number of boxes we have. Okay, now want to know the total number of salesperson. That's a sales. Oh, sorry, that's count. Yeah. I'm coming. No, you are not. You are not counting this. You know why? If you count, what it will give you is the number in a row. Is the number in a row is going to give you. But what we are actually doing, we are counting all of this together. So it is the sum of all of this we are trying to get. So it is not count, it is sum. It is not count, it is sum, please. If you use count, it will only count the number of row we have. But what we are actually doing, we are trying to get the sum. We are trying to get the sum of all of this. So it is sum. Sorry. Also for this customer, sorry, there's a mistake there. It is sum, not count. I'm sorry about that. Oh, shit. So this is sum. Please let me change this to sum, not count. Are you with me? Can everybody hear me? Please change this to sum, not count, because we are trying to get the total number of customers. And if you look at this data set, each salesperson have different number of customers. So we want to calculate the total number of all the figures here. So what we are actually going to do, I mean, all the figures in this column I highlighted, what we are trying to do is calculate how many people are there. So for each customers, how many, I'm doing it together. So what we are trying to do is sum, not count. So that's why we need to understand our questions very well while answering. So if we use count, what Excel will do for us is it will only count the number of row we have here, which is 491. That's the count Excel will give us. But when we use sum, it will add up all the figures we have here and give us the total number of customers we have in this company. So for this one, let's change this to sum, not count. And for the total number of boxes also, it is sum and not count. All right, so moving on. Our next question there is, let me see. Now, total salesperson. Yes, want to know how many salesperson do we have in this particular company. We want to know how many salesperson we have. You can see here in this data set, we have different names here. So if this is up to like 2,000, 3,000 data, you can't start counting and you'll get tired of scrolling down. So we can also use pivot table to sort that. So please insert your pivot table again. You highlight it, Control A, and you drag salesperson to values. And as you can see now, this one now is count. So we have 491 salesperson in this company. 491 salesperson. You can edit the name if you like. Hope you all got this. Please thumbs up if you got this. Okay, okay. So also now I want to look at the amount per box. So now we know we've gotten the total number of boxes we have there. We've gotten the total number of customers. We've gotten the total amount, but we don't know how much each box costs. We don't know how much each of the box we have here costs. So now we are going to calculate that using pivot table also. So we insert our pivot table again. We highlight the data, Control A. Now, for this one, we are not going to be using drag and drop. We are not going to be using this drag and drop. Now, if you look up here at your ribbon, you can see where we have analyze. Can you all see this, where my arrow is, where my cursor is? Analyze. Now, your own might be option. If your Excel is showing option, you can click on it. Now, if you click a cell outside of this pivot table, it will not show you that analyze an option. But if you click the pivot table back, it will bring it up again. Now, from this analyze, if you move towards the right, you see where we have field, item, and set. Field, item, and set. Then you click on it. Then you see where we have calculated field. Calculated field. You click on it. Now, it's asking for a name. Now, what we are trying to get is the amount per boxes. Amount per box. Now, you see here we have formula. You see here we have formula. So for us to be able to get the total, the amount each box costs, we'll be dividing the total amount that has been sold by the boxes. So it will be total amount by the total box. So now you click on amount and then you insert. Can you see that? Then you add. You click on amount, you insert, and then you add divided by the boxes. Then you insert this also. Do you all get that? So total, the formula here is amount divided by boxes. Then when you've gotten this, you add it, then you click OK. Did you all got this? Let me do this again.
Yes, please.
Okay, I'll do this again. Hold on. All right, so we are trying to get the amount per box. We want to get the amount each box costs because it was not stated there. Now you click on analyze. From a pivot table, from your ribbon, you click on analyze. Then you move your mouse, you move towards the right, towards your right on your screen. You see where we have field, item, and set. You see where we have field, item, and set. You click on it. Then you see calculated field. Please, if you can see my screen, thumbs up because my screen is still showing. I can't see your name. Let me check your name, please. Someone said she can't see my screen. Opeyemi, please, is your network. Log out and log in. Is your network. All right. So, as I was saying, you click on analyze. Then you move to field, item, and set. You click on calculated field. Calculated field. Then it's asking for a name. You name it. What we are trying to find is the amount per box. The amount per box. So now our formula to get the amount each box costs is to divide amount divided by boxes. So the total amount divided by boxes. So you click on amount, you insert, then divided by, then you click on boxes. You also insert this. So normally it's supposed to be showing add here, but because I'm repeating the formula, that's why it's showing modify. So if you've not done this at all, to show add, then you click on modify. If you are repeating it with me, so you click modify, and then you press OK. Oh, sorry, I don't know what's wrong. Why it's not coming up. Sorry, I don't know. Think I've tried this multiple times. That's why it's not coming up. So I need to do this again, all over again. Okay. So I don't know why this is not responding again on my system. I'm just coming. Let me just save this. I'm coming. Okay. Can you listen to me? Can anybody hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
All right. The reason why the thing is not coming up again because I already have the name
Yes,
on my
boss.
field list already. All right. I think that's why it's not coming up. So it was just asking me to drag and drop. So if you got it the first time I did it, signify. So if you did not get it, let me just explain for those that did not get it. So what we did here was let me remove this. So how we were able to get that $12 for the amount per box? After you create your pivot table, you click on analyze, you go to your field item and set, you calculate your field, you name your field. I mean, you give it a name. Where you have name, you write amount per box or whatever name you want to use that you understand what you are doing. So you write amount per box. And our formula for it is amount. You pick amount from here. Amount. You insert amount. You insert it. Then divided by. Then you pick box 6. Then you insert this also. You come up here where you have add. Okay, let me just give this a name. Where you have add, you add it. Then you press OK. It will give you the $12. So why I can't get that again? Because I already have it on my feed. I mean, list here. So all I just need to do is to drag and drop mine. So this is the amount per box. I want to rename this. So let me see. Okay. So were we able to get this? Yes, you get 12.28. What my did was that it approximates. If you look at my formula bar up here, you can see it converted it to whole number. So if you got 12.28, you are correct. My converted it to whole number to give me 12. So all just happened was that it was converted to whole number. So if you look here, you can see my own here. I'm having 12 point something, so it was converted. All right, so now moving on, we have I think we have a few more questions to answer. So why I changed the name here is because I already have this name, so Excel will not allow me to do anything. So I just have to change. But this is the amount each of the box cost. So now what we want to get now is, okay, before we move on to the next, let me just see. We've done 5 questions so far. Okay, does anyone have a question before we go into the next thing? You have a question, like what is on my screen is not what you are getting, and you don't understand how we arrive at all of this. Just simplify, or you can drop your question on the message in the just type it in there. I'll read from there and answer. If you have a question, type it in. I'll read from there and answer. You have 5 minutes to do that, please, very quickly. I can see some people raising up their hand. Type your question, please. Type your question. Okay. I'm seeing some questions. All right, let me just read out. Will we be given formulas for some calculation, or we have to be done to know the formula to use by ourselves, like the amount per box? Okay, as a data analyst, Florence, I'm answering your question. You know, if this data was to be given to you by, let's say you are working in a company as a data analyst, your boss or whosoever might give you this data, the person does not know what is sum if, you don't know what is count if, you don't know what is whatever. All he will just do is give you a data, and that's why most time you have a data that is not clean. If a data analyst is giving another data analyst a data, he knows that you can't work with a data that is not clean. So most time he will give you a clean data. But when your boss is giving you a data, or maybe your company does make some survey and they will be able to gather a data and give to you, you will be the one to do your cleaning. And so now, in terms of formula, like what I did now, you will be that's why, if you remember the very first class, somebody asked if you need to be good in mathematics before you can learn data analysis. Now, this is where questions like that come in. You need to have, not that you need to be good, but you need to have some mathematics knowledge, like, how will I put this now, mathematical knowledge, to know when to divide what by what to get what you want. So now, that question, we know we are trying to get the amount per box. So we are trying to know how much do one box cost. So what I just did is, normally, if I'm to use a pen on paper calculation, what I will do is total amount divided by total boxes. So if I will add up the total amount first, then I will add up the total boxes first. Then when I get that, I will now then do a division to get my answer. But what Excel just do, since I know that's what I'm trying to do, Excel is just straightforward. All you just need to do is know that, okay, for you to be able to get the amount per box, is you are dividing the total amount by the total box. So in most cases, nobody will give you a formula for like this amount per box I did. You just need to come up with something and know how to go about it. So that's why you need to know something like that. Analyze I use. Let me go there again so you can see. Is on your pivot table. Once you click the pivot table, you can find it there. So the other, you need to know when you need to need a formula. So also you come down, you see formula list. So there are different formulas. Okay, it's showing us what we did. So you just need to know when to use each formula. So that's what I'm just trying to say, Florence. I think I've answered your question. Okay, the next question, for the total number of salesperson, does it matter Does it matter that some names appeared more than once? Should it affect? Yes, it will affect your figure. Now, before I share this data, that is why you need to remove duplicates. I'm answering you, C Agumagu. Sorry if I don't pronounce your name well.
I can hear you. No, that's
that's
fine.
why you need. That's why whenever you are given a data, like no matter how sure you are that out, everybody else, don't assume that the data you have with you is clean. You understand? Just try and check, and especially removing of duplicates. Because now, if for instance, let's say this bar, the first name here, bar, fund name, if it is repeated or any name repeats itself, I will surely have a repeated, value. It will come up 2 times. Do you understand? So anybody that repeats twice, like any information, like if all this information here is repeating twice, automatically Excel will count it 2 times. So it will affect your figure. So that's why you need to remove duplicate value.
In this your data, look at 15 and 16. The salesperson is the same name, but the geography and the rest, they are not the same. So they are not duplicates. So when you remove duplicates,
yes, they are not duplicates.
Yes. So that's why I asked, so as those names are repeated now, will it affect the total number of salesperson?
No, these two now won't affect. If it were to affect, when you remove duplicates, it will be removed. You understand me? When you remove duplicates, automatically Excel will remove it. Now, it's just like imagine you now, someone is in Canada bearing exactly this your name, but his location is different, the product the person is handling is different, his sales amount is different, his customers everything is different. But what we mean by duplicate is that, look at this number 15 now. If for instance these two are having the same geography, the same products, the same date, the same amount, the same customer, the same boxes, that is a duplicate data. So automatically, when you tell Excel to remove duplicates, it's going to sort it out. So do you understand that now?
Yes, I understand now. It could be the same name, different people. Yeah, thank you.
Is Joseph told me, you said is it compulsory? Sorry, I don't get what you write here. Okay, it's still compulsory you get the answer. Sorry, I don't understand you, please. Joseph told me, I don't understand you. Okay, the next person.
Okay, good evening. Sorry, okay, can I have? All right, please. When you were changing the data, when you were changing the data set into pivot table, like the way the way my own answers came in was not vertical the way it is the way you did yours, because I was using the pick and drop, so it appeared horizontally. So I'm asking if that is an issue, or should we have to go back to the data set, insert and all?
Like,
do you understand what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Okay, what I said was, when you were changing the data set into pivot table, your everything you worked on appeared vertically. But when I did mine was horizontal. So I'm asking if that is an issue, or must we arrange it vertical, in a vertical position?
Like you mean the way it's arranged?
Yes,
like
yes. The way it is. Mine was spread across.
Wherever you click, it is where you click your, what's it called? Anywhere you put in yourself. Okay, let's do something. You can see where I click on now. If I insert pivot table here and I drag and drop, this is where my answer will stay.
Okay.
Do you understand? So anywhere you click on. So why mine is arranged is because I intentionally click one after the other while I was trying to do mine. Do you understand me now?
Okay.
So I just I wanted my stuff to be arranged, so that's why I did it this way. So it's just where you click. So okay, I think we are good now.
Thank you.
All right, so the rest of the questions I will answer after the class. How did you remove duplicates? Sorry, I missed it. From the data set, is this possible that a salesperson is selling more than one item? I think that's possible. it depends on the company. It's not on me to decide. So imagine you are selling after nines, and you're also selling 50% dark bites. So it depends. So, but with what I'm seeing here, I think I with what I'm seeing in this data set, I feel each what's it called? Each salesperson has a specific product assigned to him or her. Do you get me now, Mr. Chukuma? I mean Chukura, sorry. I'm answering your question. You said, is it possible that a salesperson is selling more than one item? Yes, it's possible. It depends on what the company is trying to do. But this particular data set we are dealing with, each salesperson have a unique product he or she is handling. So that's why we can count how many salesperson we have. All right. So moving on now. Let's see. So we have like 2 or 3 more questions to. Oh God. Esther, can you hear me? Esther, can you hear me? Esther, can you hear me? Hello, Esther. I want to clear your doubts. Can you hear me? Okay. Now you said 491 might not be a correct figure because we have what did you even say again? I'm coming on.
Sorry, sir. Can I speak? Sorry.
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. Good evening, sir. So
Yeah,
what
good
I'm
evening,
trying
ma'am.
to say is, when we did the count of salesperson, it's giving us 491.
Yes.
And from the data set, we have 490
Okay.
column, meaning it's just the heading that is removed. From this data set, from that featuring button,
Okay.
if you filter for each of the salesperson, they appear more than once. Do you get? So it's counting everybody. Whether you appear 10 times, it's going to count you 10 times. But what I'm trying to say that is, I don't know, is there a way for us to like count these things like just once for a person, so that we can get like
Now
the true
I
count
explained
of
something.
salesperson?
Now let me just look for 2 different. Okay. Look at this number 15 and 16. Can you see my screen right? Can you see my
Yeah, I
screen
can
right?
see your screen.
Okay. Now this name and this name. Well, I believe these two names. Maybe when typing in, person type this in 2 times. But looking at this data set now, there's every possibility in a company that 2 people bears the same name. True or false?
Very true.
Can you hear me, Esther? Okay, now.
I can hear you,
Now,
sir.
we would have said, okay, if there are informations here, like the location, the product, and everything, if it were to be repeated, then we would have said that, okay, it is a repeated value. But these 2 people, they are in 2 different locations. So these 2 people are assumed to be 2 different people, just bear the same name. Just like you now, you are Esther Abiamuwe. Now, imagine you are in Nigeria working for this company, and then another Esther Abiamuwe is in England working for the same company. So your information is not the same. You are just bearing the same name. So when the company see that, oh, the report from this Esther is coming from India and the report from this Esther is coming from Canada, they know that, okay, this person is different from this person.
Okay.
All right. So if we are to count how many salesperson we have in this company, we won't count these two as one. They are two different people. So we'll count them twice. Do you understand? So that's
Yes.
what's happening there.
Yes.
I hope I have been able to explain better to you. Do you
Sir,
understand
I
what I'm
got
trying to
the
say?
I'm sorry. I'm
Okay,
sorry,
I'm
sir.
listening.
But the thing is, for other salesperson, they still appeared more than once. So what's the likelihood that all salespersons and they have
What do you say?
customers in other
I'm listening to you. I can't hear you.
Okay, let me just type it in the comments. I think my network is really bad.
Yes, your line, what's it called? It's breaking. Yes, it's breaking.
Hello, Ebenezer. Can I say something?
Yes, I'm listening.
Okay. I actually understood what Dexter was trying to ask. That was why I asked that question. If there was a possibility of one person selling more than one items. I actually did a quick filter on the data set, and I picked an example, Andra Kimson, the same person from Canada, and the person is selling 4 different items. My question is, if it's the same person, 4 different products, if it's the same person from the same country, the same geography or geographical area, are we going to count that person as 4, or we're going to count that person as just one person? Because I did a quick filter on salesperson and on geography, and I found out that the same person from the same country but selling 4 different products. Are we going to count that person as 4, or are we going to count that person as 1?
If you have, I'm coming. Okay, I'm trying to understand your question. So now what you're asking actually is, if you have the same name, the same salesperson, okay?
Yes.
In 4 different areas.
No, in the same area. In the same area.
Okay, in the same area.
Exactly. Selling 4 different products.
4 different. Will you count the person as
1?
As 1.
You count it as 4 persons or 4 salesperson.
Or you count as what?
As in, with regards to the number of salesperson, are we going to count the person as 1, since it's the same person from the same area selling 4 different products? Are we going to count the person as 1, or we're counting the person as 4, since it's appearing 4 times?
Now, according to this data set, okay, according to this data set we have, what we are working on, every salesperson has his own unique item he or she is selling. All right. So now
quickly do a filter. You do a filter. I'm doing a filter on the data set. That's what I'm asking you. I did a filter on Andrea Kimpton.
Okay, I'm listening to you.
I did a filter on Andrea Kimpton from the same. I also filtered salesperson and filtered geography. The same person is from Canada, but the person is selling 4 different products.
Okay, one person from Canada selling 4 different products.
Yes, 4 different products. Yes.
Which of the salesperson?
Andrea Kimpton.
I'm coming. Sorry, I'm coming. Let me quickly share my screen again. Oh, I just see showing error. Coming, I don't know what's that. I think I'm having network issue. I'm trying to share my screen so I can work on what you just said. Stop sharing first. Yeah, I know. I'm coming. I'm trying to share my screen now. Okay, can everyone see my screen now?
No. No, sir.
No, I can't see your screen.
Come, let me log out and log in again. So episode on a bit. I'm trying to share my screen. It's just taking so much time to load. Can you see my screen now? Can you hear me?
Yes, boss. I can see your screen.
Okay. All right, so Mr. Okay, okay. Mr. You asked a question earlier, Chukuma, we are trying to say something. Now let me even explain this to you guys. Most of the data set we are working on is not like it's a real life data set. Don't mistake it for that. Okay, like Latifa just said, okay, I think that's where the confusion is coming from. You understand? It's just something we just like trying to work on. So you get, so it's not like it's a real company's data set. It's just a data set that we're just trying to work on. So like you were saying the other time, like you said you were doing a filter on something, Mr. Chukura.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Okay, please can you come again so I can understand you?
I said no, I said I did a filter on
using pivot table, right?
No, just normal filter. I just selected the headings and then click on filter. And then I filtered salesperson and then filtered geography.
Okay, I'm coming.
And I saw that
okay, you said you filtered salesperson, right?
Salesperson and filtered geography.
Like, is this what you are talking about? Like insert filter. Like, what exactly did you filter? So what did you filter?
I filtered you click on the first name.
You mean this?
Yes, the first name. The first name. On select.
Okay, I should click only the first name, right? Like you select only the first name. Okay.
Yes, okay. And then geography. Went to geography, selected Canada.
So what's your issue here now?
Issue is okay, the same person from the same country selling 4 different products. Now, with regards to number of salesperson, am I going to count this person as 4 or I'll count the person as 1?
Okay, what you are talking about is in regards to salesperson.
There's the total number. You know, when we did the pivot table and we got the total number of salesperson, we got 491, which is basically the number of rows.
Yes.
Impliedly, they were counted individually as one. Now, looking at this now, this same person is from Canada and is selling 4 different products. In counting the total number of persons for this company, am I going to count this person as 1 or count the person as 4? Because from what pivot table give us, it means that it counted the person as 4. And from what we can see, basically, there's a possibility that it's the same person. I am counting the person 4 times simply because the person is selling 4 different type of products.
Okay. What you are asking is that considering they are both in Canada and then they are both having the same name, will you count this as 1 or as 4 different people, right?
So okay.
Does not completely true.
Okay, Chukuma, if I may say something.
Okay.
Okay, I get your question, and it's very, very possible. Now, to be able to do that, it starts with when you are creating your pivot table. So when you are creating your pivot table, you say select the table, this thing. There is a box that you are meant to see, which is called it's called add data to data model. Okay. So once you go to your summarize, you will see count distance. Or if you don't click that add data model, count distance will not come out the options. Do you understand?
Exactly. Yeah, I agree. I understand.
Please, can you repeat what you said, Shaun? All right. So when you are creating your pivot table, like how they told you, insert, go to your insert, the pivot table, right? Normally, there's an option of choose the data that you want, blah blah blah. If you go down, you will see add this data to data model. You have to click that, because if you don't, the option for count distance will not come out. But if you do right now, and you go and when that option that comes out at the right hand, and you now go to summarize field, you will see count distance, and that's how you will count a salesperson that sells multiple products. Multiple products, yes, because it was there count it only once, because it's a distinct person. Like you only you are caught plenty times, but then it's the same person. I don't know if you get it. Yeah. Okay, maybe tomorrow's class you elaborate more. You share your screen.
All right, so
I'll do that.
Wow.
Please, can you guys hear me now?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Yes,
All
you
right, so
can.
please, sorry, I'm really having network issue. That I think is just cutting and coming. I can't use my phone. I'm just using the laptop to log in now. So, Mr. Chukuma.
Shukura.
Sorry if I don't pronounce the name. I'm so sorry about that. So, you were saying something at that time. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah, so you were saying something about this ones you filtered here. That if it is 4 people, like we have 4 people here, and then it's from 4 different locations, but 4 different products, can we count as 1 or we count as 4, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, while we explain the data set, I made mention that each salesperson have a unique product they are attending to. So each salesperson has a unique product. So if you look at the 4 products these 4 people are attending to here, it's 4 different products, not the same. So, like I was trying to explain to someone the other time, you might be bearing the same name in different locations or even in the same, but what this company, what we have here is that everybody has 1 product attached to them, each salesperson, 1 product attached. So if they are bearing the same name and they are selling the same product and are also in the same location, that one will not say, okay, we have a duplicate value. But each of them here are selling different products. So that's why when we are making our count, we are not counting these 4 people as one. These are 4 different people just in the same location. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Okay, I understand. And basically, you're telling us that there are 4 different persons, just that they are in the same location.
Yes. If it is a repeated value, why we remove our pivot table, it would have removed all of those things. When we remove our pivot table, it will have removed all of those things. I mean, when we remove our duplicate value, rather, it should have removed all of those things. But since they are different, they are not. It's not a duplicate value, so it's not a repeated value. That's why it still counts them as one. So when we are counting them, we will count them as one person, one. Not we'll count. And we'll count them as 4 different people. We'll count them as one. You understand?
Okay, I understand.
All right. So please, let me check another person's question here. Trying to check further questions we have here. Okay, I think Mr. Chukuma, you asked the last question. Mr. Chukuma, I think you asked the last question. Okay, let me try that. I think there's another question here. But let's just move on to the next one. I don't have much time. Sorry. Right now, we are trying to find out the total amount of products sold over the years. The total amount of products sold over the years. So we are going to drag the date.
You're not sharing your screen. Sorry.
Can't see my screen.
Yes. No, sir.
We
There's
can't
no
see your screen, boss. The screen left us.
Sorry, can you see my screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I can.
Okay, total amount of products sold over the years. I want to filter for top 10. So the top 10, I want to filter for top 10. So insert our pivot table. We highlight our data. So we drag our dates. All right, we drag our dates here. Also, we drag the amount. And now we are trying to filter for top 10. I want to filter for top 10. So where you have, you right click here, where you have your sum of amounts, you right click. And you can see here we have sort. You can see here we have sort. Now we'll sort it first from the largest to the smallest. Okay. So for us to be able to sort from the largest to the smallest, when we have our row label, so let me use it, let me correct this. Let's write date there. You click on this, you go to value filter. Then we go down, we click on our value filter, and we pick top 10. Top 10. See here we have top 10. So if you are trying to do top 5, you can adjust it. You can always adjust it from here. So we want to know the top 10. We want to know top 10 days that highest sales made top 10. So we pick top 10 items, then the total amount sold. Then you okay. As you can see now, we have our top 10 sales. We also input our dollar sign in it. So from, I hope you understand this. Can you all hear me?
Yes.
Okay, please, were you able to get this, or I should repeat this again?
Please recap.
Please repeat. I don't understand why my.
All right, so we are trying to get the total amount sold over the year. I want to filter for top 10. Total amount sold over the year. I want to filter for top 10. So let me remove this. This is what I can delete. Okay. All right. So when you have gotten your pivot table out, you know how you get a pivot table, you insert, you and highlight your data. Now I want to get the total amount sold over the years. I want to filter top 10. So I want to know which day or which month we made the highest sales. All right. So I want to filter top 10. I want to know which day we made the highest sales. So what we are going to do is to drag your date to your row, and then the amount we drag to value. Now we filter this. For us to filter this, we filter this from the highest to the smallest. For us to filter the amount from the highest to the smallest, you right click. Then you see here we have sort. We have sort. Then you pick largest to smallest. Then you click OK. And as you can see, it has sort it out for us. We have $280,000, we have 246, we have 195, and so on. For now, the question said we should pick out top 10. So now we want to sort this for top 10. So what you do is you go to your date, you right click. You left click on your date. So you can say we have value filter. Where you have value filter, you go there, then you pick top 10. You pick top 10. So if you are trying to pick for top 5, you can always adjust it from this arrow you see here. You can see if I click for 5, it will give me top 5. But what we are checking is top 10. So I'll pick top 10. Then I'll press OK. So this is the top 10 sales over the years. So this is the top 10 sales over the years. Did you all get that?
Yes.
Is there any question on that, please?
No, boss.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
All right. So let me just see if we can do just one more thing. Let's look at the salesperson with the highest sales. top 10 salesperson. Now let's do that, and that will be the last one for now. Top 10 salesperson. So now we do the same thing. We insert our pivot table. And then we drag the salesperson to the row. And then the amount to values. All right. So we sort it from the highest to the smallest. As you can see, this has been sorted from the highest to the smallest. Let's make this. Okay. Let's give it a dollar sign. Let's make it look like our currency. And then we come to our value filter and we pick top 10 and okay. So these are the top 10 salesperson. Let me edit this name. So please, did you all get this?
No, sir. Please, sir. The sum of amounts. I'm not getting the drop down to filter it from the highest to the lowest. How can I do that?
Now you. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
All right. So you pick here. You right click on your mouse. You go to the first, the sum of amounts. Then you right click from your mouse. And then you see where you have sort. All right, you see where you have sort. Then you sort it from the largest to the smallest. Then you click it, then it will give you this. So if I want to change it and I want to sort from smallest to the largest, I just need to click this. And you can see it has given me from the smallest to the largest. But what I need right here is from the largest to the smallest. So you right click and then you click on sort, then you go from the largest to the smallest. So with what we can see there, the salesperson with the highest sales is this, followed by this 181,000 and so on. So did you get this now?
Yeah, yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
All right, did you all get this now? Can you all hear me?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes,
so
sir.
if you want to like probably you want to design your table, you want to change something, you can always click on design and you can just pick any kind of table you want to use. You have different kind of designs that you can pick from. You understand? So you can just pick, you have different designs here for your table. It depends on what you want, but I think it's fine for me. I can do the same thing here also. I can do the same thing here also. All right. So does anyone have a question?
Hello, sir.
Okay, Chukura, I can hear you.
Okay. I'm thinking in
Okay.
the top 10. Don't you think we need to also consider the geography of the salesperson? Because saying like this one now, Winston Kate is the top or the highest is one of their based on the sorting in a descending order. This same Winston is from different, they have different persons from different locations. So I'm thinking in considering the top 10, we should also consider the geography.
Okay.
Or is this Winston? Yeah, any different.
Okay, what you are saying is we should consider the Winston by location. So we know which of the Winston has the highest sales.
Exactly. So that we don't combine different Winston from different geography.
Okay. Okay, for us to do, we can make use of colon. Let me see. Wait, I need to off my mic somewhere. Sorry. All right. My views are not showing. Sorry, please hold on. I'm coming. I don't know why my pivot table field is not showing. I'm trying to bring it up again. All right. So, Mr. Chukura, can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
So you said we should filter for location, right?
Yeah, but you know, one way I'm thinking, I actually don't know if that's right.
Okay.
I'm thinking can also make the geography where we drop the salesperson. We can also drop the geography there so that before we do that, we have to unfilter first so that to accommodate all the salesperson, and then we bring in the geographies too on that row, so that we have different Wilson for different geographical location. Then before we can have filter for the top 10. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that will work anyway.
Okay, what you are saying that you want to know which of the Wilson, from which location is the salesperson we are having here, right?
Exactly, because from what we did, if we now judge them by geography, this person, this Ghana Coke, might not actually be the same Ghana, yes. Because you are combining different Ghana together from different locations, and I don't think this is actually speaking a true picture of the top salesperson. I don't know how that will work, but that's one thing. I don't know if that will work.
Okay, so actually this particular data set we are working on, I understand what you are trying to do. So the issue actually is that the names clash with each other and the location clash with each other, right?
Exactly.
All right. So this is not a real-time data set. She understand. This is like something that we was just typed in, so we can just use it to work on something. So let me just see if that will work. Let me just see if that will work. Let me see if I can make use of colon. Coming.
This is filter. I'm bringing filter. I'm bringing filter.
Let me filter for the person you are talking about.
I think let us click that all. It will select everything. Go.
Eh? Okay, I'm coming. Now, this will see now, whatever you call, is the only one in this place. As you can see, is the only one bearing this name. So let's assume we are trying to filter for. Let me see one of those names that we have. Sorry. Sorry, excuse me, I'm coming. Like this Giddy boy, now we add 2 of these. So let's use this person instead. I don't think it will work that way. You're asking, Mr. What's your name again? Sorry.
Chukura.
Okay, sorry. Chukura.
Oh, but please, can I say something?
Okay, I'm listening.
Okay, so I don't think you got Chukura's question well. Now we are doing this assignment on the assumption that each person is working with a distinct product. So regardless of behind the
Please, I can't hear you again. I am dealing.
Product. I is asking that.
Yes, I'm hearing you now.
For this top 10, okay, right. For this top 10 salesmen,
Digi's network is bad.
it will not be the true representation because that means this will not. Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Your line was breaking. You were speaking. Your line is seriously breaking, so I'm not hearing you accurately. Can you come again? Sorry.
Deji, it is Deji. Can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. Okay,
I can hear you.
I'm hearing you now. Okay, I'm hearing
All right, can you hear
now.
now?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. So what I'm saying is, okay, thank you. Because we have assumed that they are not duplicated, so they handle different products even in the same city, which is fine.
Okay.
So now for the true representation of the top 10 salesmen. Now, this place will have filter with jog amount. Then that means that because there are different wheel nuts even in the same city, then that means cumulatively this person is just winning because of the repetition of his name. It might not be the true representation, but if you filter with geography too, so we'll know the particular person in each place that is winning. So it might not be these same 10 people that will actually be the 10 salesmen after all. That's what he's saying.
Okay. If I get what you are saying now, like if we sort this by top 10 using geography and using the names, okay, so we'll be able to get the real, the top 10, because what you are saying in essence is that there are 2 people bearing the same name.
You're correct. So there are
I didn't
people bearing the same name.
Yeah?
I think the problem is adding the geography to this table we just did. The salesperson, geography, and sum of amount. There we have the person, the name of the person, we have the location of the country where the person is coming from, and then the sum of amount. We're still going to get the same amount because I don't think the amount is going to change. But we're going to know exactly the person that is the highest salesperson or something like that. Because I might be bearing the Willon or something. Somebody else bearing the same name. If we just say, oh, Willon is the highest salesperson, I might think I'm the one, while it's the other person because my geography is not stated. So I might not know if it's me or the other person that is actually the salesperson. So including the geography will make us know exactly where or who is the person or the highest salesperson. I guess that's the point that everybody is trying to make.
Okay, I understand you guys now. Um,
Can you hear me, please, Obot?
yes, I can hear you.
All right, thank you. Now, from what you just explained, it just shows the true picture. Now, that means even geography alone will not solve it. We would have to add products. Because now, let's say this will not, we have 4 in Canada. You understand? Now, if this name comes up and it brings back Canada, we need to know which one, because the distinct quality for each salesman is actually the product they sell. So that is what will actually tell us who is the actual top salesman, because we have to filter with
Hello, everyone.
geography. All right.
Hello, good
Did you
evening,
get
everyone.
did you get me?
We have too many people talking at the same time, so I'm even struggling to hear. Someone was greeting while you're talking, but
Yes, I'm
anyways,
so sorry. I'm greeting because I think I've understood why they are raising this question. Now, what I discovered is that the filtering is based on the amount, like it's based on the total amount that each of the salesperson have made. That's why we have those 10 names. And even if you put the geography, you put the product, it won't change anything. What I just did is this. I went to the general data and I filtered the amount alone by putting the top 10s. If you can try, you can go and try and see. When you filter the amount and you do the top 10s, you will see the same names that we saw on the pivot table over there. It means that the filtering is based only on the amount, not on the geography, not on the product. Please go and try what I said, and you'll see that the issue is settled. I think sorry for just encourage. Thank you very much.
can you all hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you. I think what Mr. Obot did is very fine. That's what I discovered. Go and check. Thank you very much.
Can we hear me now?
Yes, sir.
Actually, this data, you need to first of all realize that this is not a real, it's not a real company data. We just came up with something. So you understand? So it's not like it's a real company data we're working on. So while we are doing the filtering, we are trying to get the what's it called again? The highest sales. I mean the salesperson with the highest sales. So I filtered it by amount and salesperson. But as many of you are seeing to add geography, so the person can actually stand out. Now trying to add geography is another explanation entirely. Okay, so if we actually if you create a chart with that, how would it look like?
Very true.
Okay. Hello.
Okay.
Good evening. Good evening.
We have
Hello.
charts.
Mr. Iben, can you hear me?
Good evening,
Yeah, I
sir.
can hear you.
Okay. I think data. You can't exhaust the data. Data talks about many things. So what differentiates it is your goal. What do you want to get from data itself? So I think what we want to get from data, you have done what you want to get from data. So I think they're asking for another thing entirely, which is not in your own goal. Am I right?
Yeah, I'm listening to. I'm with you. Yes.
So let's say we have a data set of people selling something in Lagos State. That data now, when I look at data, I might be looking at something else, and when you look at data, you'll be seeing something else entirely. So what your own goal now, I think, is to get maybe top 10 of one thing, and they are seeing another thing that this data can do. So I think your goal is maybe is different from what they are seeing. So I think that's causing the conflict. So data can talk about different things entirely, which um, it is your goals that matter, and what you are trying to get. I think you have gotten it already. So probably they are looking at another thing entirely. I really don't know because I wasn't following. But that's just my own input. So we won't spend more time on something that. So
All right. So thank you, Mr. Thank you, Mr. Adeyemi. All right. Thank you, Mr. Adeyemi. So I understand what they are trying to say, though. So I understand what they are trying to say. What they are trying to say is that we have different what's it called? The same people bear the same name. So you understand? And what we actually want to get is the highest, like the highest sales. Okay, now let's do it this way. Now, well, one of the reasons why we're having so much confusion is that this is actually not the real data. That's the first thing we should understand. So you understand? So during the typing, or whosoever imputed this data, we might have done a very fast work and say, let he or she just get, the highest, the work done so quick. So if we're having different names, probably it would have been easier to arrive at an answer or what you guys are demanding for. So I think what I'll do first is I'll look into the data again, and those names that are having clashes, maybe we'll work on them, because this is actually not a real data. You understand? So if it were to be a real data, it would have been easier to get what you are trying to say. But let's just do this together. So I'll be sharing my screen back to just show us something. I'll be sharing my screen back. Oh, sorry, I need to log in and come back. I need to log out and come back again. Just a minute. Can everybody see my screen now?
Yes, boss.
Yes, please.
Okay, so though this will be very stressful for us because of the names issue. All right. So now let's assume we are now having clashes in names and what's it called? And location, right? So now when we drag our salesperson to row, and then the amount to values. Now it will give us the amount, but now because we are trying to what many of us want to know is who has the highest sales and in what location. So now that's why I got to bring this geography to column. Let's see if that can help. All right, but I personally, I don't even like the way it's showing. So, but let me just see if we can understand it this way. Okay. So now, if you look at the first person here, William O'Kelt. Okay, in Australia we have 17,844. We have in Australia again, in Canada, and then in India, in New Zealand, in UK, and then in US. Also, we have him here in US with 41,090. So you will need to start looking all through. So please, can everybody hear me?
Yes, boss.
Yes.
So you will need to start looking all through to be able to figure it out by geography. But if we have a unique name and a unique location for everybody, this will be very, very easy. But you know what? I will just have to look into this data again and just give those salesperson a different name so we can easily understand what I'm trying to say. Is that okay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I also have.
All right. So
I also have something I would. Sorry, can I
I'm
also
listening to
have
you,
something I would have
Latifat.
loved to. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
As I said earlier, this is like a rough walk. I feel like everybody kind of like gets what we are supposed to do. Because if assuming now this is like a real company, I feel like everybody is going to have like, I want to assume every worker is going to have an ID number, and that would kind of like just make everything easier. So that way we
That's
cannot,
what
we
I'm
don't even
trying
need
to
to
say.
work with location. We can just work with the ID number. But this is just like a rough walk. So
yes,
anyway.
that's why we're having so many issues on it. So, like I said, actually, I was not quick to notice all those names clash. I would have edited it. But when I did the cleaning, and I removed the duplicate, I said that okay, the data is okay. But now that I've noticed all those clashes, I'll have to work on this data set again, and then we'll work on that again. So you need to understand that this is not a real life data. You understand? If it were to be a actual complete data, everybody would have filled in there. So, but it's just like a rough work. All right. So, any other question, please? Does anyone have any other question? And I saw Mr. Okiki. Mr. Okiki, are you on this call? Mr. Okiki, can you hear me? Okay, I don't think he can hear me. Okay, so over to you. What's your name? Mr. Adeyemi. Mr. Adeyemi, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, sir. I can hear you. I can hear you. I can. Okay.
All right.
Are we done for today?
Yes.
Okay.
Our time is fast spent already.
Yeah, someone is raising up. Zan, who is that? I need to. Who's not okay? Okay. Thank you.
Two
So
people,
like I said,
are raising up their hand actually.
I can't see them. Okay, let me see. The first person. Okay. Is it Chuku? Okay, let's hear you out.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Mr. Dayemi, good evening. Mr. Obo, thank you for your wonderful class. Mine is not a question because I understood everything that you've been teaching. Mine is a suggestion, or you